Okay, good opportunity. We were talking about air suspension or pneumatic suspension on the pre-purchase that we did early this week. So this is a 2018 Macan S. So usually the S is um, the more equipped version of the Macan will have air suspension front and rear. This one ends up as a leak on one of the bags. It's out right now. A little pointer. So this is the rear airbags. I'll show you here. So front airbag, which is part of the shock, and obviously same thing on the other side. Part of the system, I'll show you here. So this is a level sensor. Same thing at all four wheels. Ultimately, the control module that controls this needs to know the height of the vehicle, so there's a level sensor at all four wheels. As you're seeing here, so this is the accumulator. This system is nitrogen charged. You also have the air compressor, the valve block. I'll explain afterwards what all this does. Look at the connections on this. See how they're all corroded. Here, all the white stuff is actually calcium from the road. So this one ultimately had a leak from the rear lev bag. And if you see here, although there's a bellow, so this is what it looks like new. There's a bellow on it to protect it. Ultimately, what happens is dirt gets in between, and the dirt is an abrasive, and ultimately makes the airbag or the rubber part fail and leak. So normally, what we'll see is we'll see the air coming out the top of it, and then obviously the car is sagged. I actually got a video of it. I'll insert it in this video. Took this video this morning to show you what it would look like. In this case, the rear left airbag was leaking, so that corner sagged, and you would walk up to your vehicle looking like this. To show you what you'll see, your car's going to be sagged on one end, or all ends, depending. So in this case, so the compressor will move the nitrogen around, will also compress air at the same time. The level sensor level sensors will report the height of the vehicle. Then there's a module that will control where the air goes through the valve block, which is here. And then the accumulator accumulates nitrogen or keeps nitrogen. The nitrogen doesn't have humidity, also travels faster in between the system compared to air. So when we replace the airbag that goes here, we have to use a test plan or a guided function with the scanner to retrieve all the nitrogen back to the tank, to then do the repair and then put back the vehicle in service, which means putting back the nitrogen back in the bag that we've replaced, and then recalibrate the height. And this does not have a service port. Compared to a Panamera, for example, the Macan, this needs to be done through the driver's shock. So you can see the connection. Sorry. You can see the connection here at the top, right here. We need to disconnect that airline, connect a tool that we have, connect nitrogen instead, and then refill the system with a service function. And obviously by fixing the leak, by replacing the bag. And in this case, we're only doing one. Frankly, we would recommend doing both of them because both of them at the same age. This vehicle might get sold quick soon, so the customer just only wanted to get one replaced. But it is recommended to get two replaced due to age. And obviously, we still have the front ones that will ultimately fail. So that's why I was saying it's an expensive repair on these vehicles. We've also had them when someone would keep driving and not come to a repair shop to mention that the car was going down, was sagging. They ultimately will blow the fuse and burn out the AC compressor. So we're talking about a lot of money. I believe this compressor is about $1,000, if not $2,000. The bags all have a price also. They're quite expensive. I believe $2,000 in the dealership. This becomes a very expensive vehicle to keep on the road as it gets older. So food for thought, or at least I hope this makes a bit sense of how it works. But yeah, that's it.